a motive. I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one will stop to the most even. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Phil.
It's week 6 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. He's coming up a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Seahawks and the Niners, and it's coming up next.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few... Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
And Lance's throw caught here by Dulcich. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there. And
now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Lance going to throw. And that is incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds. And now 4th down. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Hammond. This now a 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, let's go. No line.
Fields on 1st down. And that's incomplete. The Seahawks at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They felt they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. To throw is Fields. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
That is caught. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now Fields. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 34 yards there at a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Check. Black block. Check right.
Throwing now is Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And now off to to the races down the right side. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
You look at this Niner defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Back to the air, Fields on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Fielded at the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it as they head out on the field for this drive. That whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get him next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Hammond now to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
He's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Now Lance throwing on second down. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a first down.
Check white. Quick, yellow, one.
And Lance now to throw. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They run a draw here on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. A big third down play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense is looking for.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there at 22. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Lance. Touchdown, 49ers! From 8 yards out. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Jake Moody now for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his first half. It's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, Fields. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Again, Fields. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Second down and 3. A play fake, now Fields to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air, another first down. Here's Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now it's Fields. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Hammond. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On first down, it's Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. To the air again, Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Hammond. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw, Fields. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hammond. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So we have reached halftime. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Now Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Hammond. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down. Here we go. At the 43-yard line. Here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Hammond. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now a play fake. Lance. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets...
Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Lance working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
First down, 49ers. 10 cycles.
Lance now on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
First down, San Francisco. Black swap. Set. Go. Check white.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Samuel in motion.
Ready.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Yellow, line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe he starts to call more blitzes because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick here is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. A beautiful fake. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready, strike.
9 yards. First down, 49ers.
Set.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Lance going to try to throw for this. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Hammond. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Run play action, Fields. And that one too wide and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Fields now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up fourth down. And it is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2.
That's another Seahawks first down. Go.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith-Njigba. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The 49ers settling in for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 28-yard line.
To throw, it's Lance. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. There he goes, right side. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Now still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From midfield, here's Lance. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Working from the gun, Lance. And that will be incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Niners first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Now Lance again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Complete to number 85, George Kittle.
On first down, Lance. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Throwing now is Lance. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. A very costly sack there on third and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on fourth. This likely a must-have, third and goal.
Set, ready.
Lance looking to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Come on, set. Ready.
Desperation time here. Lance. This is caught. And he is going to be out of bounds a couple of yards short of the marker. And they will fail to convert here on fourth down.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 32 that time. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's first and 10.
Give to Walker on the read option. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and run.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 62 yards.
And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
From the gun, it's Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Lance finding Kittle, first down San Francisco.
Ready.
to throw again. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's Lance. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And Lance now to throw. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Ready?
One final try now for Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time is run out on this ball game. And as this defense walks off.